Greetings to the next Friday episode of CEO PauseCast. So I hope you've been enjoying these. If you haven't, you may want to go back and listen to the first three if you happen to miss those. And what we're doing will make more sense. The whole idea of these is if a PauseCast takes an hour, and you watch one every week, that's 52 hours. That's a whole week out of your life. So our idea is 5 minutes, impactful story, something to reflect on and develop with, and then return the following Friday. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you a keynote that I did recently, just one little segment of a keynote on the pause principle. What are the dynamics of transact, transform, or what we call perform, transform now? When do we need to step back to center ourselves or integrate something? When do we need to powerfully step forward in order to act? So enjoy this clip that will come on right now, and then think about this week. Where do you need to pause more, and where do you need to act more? So enjoy.
But the athletes that have that kinesthetic intelligence to read the situation and be agile are the ones that are the most effective. And it's the same in business. So I've got a 4-box here because consultants cannot think straight unless there's a 4-box. So I'm guilty of that. So there's 2 axes here. One is the unending dynamic complexity, the vertical axis from low to high, that we're all experiencing, the VUCA world that once we think we're on top of it, all the volatility and unpredictability changes. And then how do we engage that with pause or speed appropriately? Now, when things are not very complex, maybe they used to be complex, but we've broken them down and systematized them, maybe before our competition, then we have competitive advantage, and it's transactive to us. This is the core business. This is the core business that works, that's differentiated, that's efficient, proficient, profitable, productive. This is the core business. It's no longer complex, at least to us, and we don't have to slow down. In fact, we have to speed up there because that's where at least our short-term success will be. And then there's the hypoactive. This is where we pause dysfunctionally. We're slowing down when we need to act. It's not complex, and we or others are holding back. It could be as simple as in a business meeting where we have something important to say, but we don't step forward. We're hypoactive, we withhold it. Or it could be one of your reports. Hold back when you think, just go for it. What's the problem? Well, the problem might be capabilities. The problem may be courage. The problem may be they're not equipped to do that. So we get frustrated with them. That's an opportunity to develop them and pull them from the hypoactive into the transactive. Then there's the hyperactive. This is where most organizations are today trying to deal with the VUCA world that we're in. It's really complex, and our only agility is to go faster and faster. And when we go faster and faster, yet the complexity is going faster than our speed, we feel like we're going to break down when we need to break through. So the hyperactive and the hypoactive are developmental concerns because we're not going fast or slow appropriate to the need. And then there's the transformative. This is where we want to be, and this is in many ways where your organization is now. You're going towards the transformative. You've taken on this amazingly complex business, right? And broke it down into its parts and so on. And now you're going to optimize that. And it's maybe felt really hyperactive, right? But now you have the opportunity to be transformative, to take on something big and complex and different and really step back to step forward like you're doing now. Now, here's the sweet spot. You see the agility? To be agile between the transactive and the transformative. To know when to move out of the transactive into the future to be transformative, and then how to take that next or that future and make it work in the transactive. So it's the agility, the oscillation between those two is when our agility really creates optimal value. Now, to break this down a little bit, you can see some of the characteristics of transactive management, which are really, really important to make sure that the business now succeeds. Things like content, change management. You see all these different characteristics. These are all the management controls that we need in order to win now. But to win next, we have to go from content to context. That's your real job. You're expert, you have the content, your team has the content, you have the content for customers. What's the bigger picture to really partner? Change management is really, really important. Your job is change acceleration. If you're trying to manage the change, you are managing. Your job is to accelerate change faster than your competition in a way that creates value. Informs, inspires innovation. Generates profits, is generative with people. Generative with people means that you've gone through the shift in your career and you're more excited about other people's success than you are your own. That's the shift to generativity in leadership. Executes the immediate, executes the important, fast now, fast next, company-centric, customer-centric, manages the VUCA, flips the VUCA from volatility, unpredictability, complexity, and ambiguity to vision, understanding, clarity, and agility. It's a big job. Excellence today, excellence is always evolving. Accurate spreadsheets, authentic stories that can move people's hearts and minds. Performance being the purpose. The purpose driving performance to a whole nother level because the heads and hearts and energy is engaged to want it, to understand the why, to go after the what. Ensures win now cultures, empowers sustainable win cultures that are enduring. Now the punchline, watch the top of the slide, and you see a green plus. This is what you need to optimize both of these to be a great transactive manager to ensure success now and to be a great transformative leader to create the future and create the next. It's a lot to ask, but this is why development and feedback and coaching and support is so important. It takes a lot to be athletic on both sides, but that's what you need individually and with your team to do what you really want to do.